President Ramnath Kovind unveils gold statue of Saint Ramanujacharya in Hyderabad. Prime Minister Narendra Modi greets radio listeners on World Radio Day. Election Commission relaxes ban on campaigning in poll-bound states. "18 lakh families to have benefited from Jal Jeevan Mission in the state," says Assam Chief Minister. And Meghalaya Chief Minister Conrad Sangma informs mining license to be resumed soon. A very good evening, viewers, and welcome to the Northeast News Bulletin. This is Saraswati Singha bringing to you the stories in detail. President Ramnath Kovind today participated in the Sri Ramanujacharya Sahasrabdi Samaroham held at Sinajiyar Swami Ashram in Munshintal on the outskirts of Hyderabad. Kovind unveiled a gold statue of Saint Sri Ramanujacharya and remembered the contributions of the social reformer of the 11th century in promoting social harmony and national integration. He further said that the great saint was a flag bearer of equality and spirituality, and his statue will keep inspiring the future generations.
भूयश्च सरदः सतात अर्थात 100 वर्ष से भी अधिक आयु तक सक्रिय रहने का शुभ संकल्प श्री रामानुज के जीवन में सार्थक हुआ था। 100 वर्षों से भी अधिक अपनी लंबी जीवन यात्रा के दौरान स्वामी जी ने भारत के आध्यात्मिक और सामाजिक स्वरूप को वैभव प्रदान किया।
Prime Minister Narendra Modi, on the occasion of World Radio Day today, greeted all the radio listeners and those who enrich this outstanding medium with their talent as well as creativity. He stated that whether it be the home journeys or otherwise, the radio remains an integral part of the people's lives and also an amazing medium to connect with the people. Meanwhile, Modi further took to his Twitter handle and expressed that in his Mann Ki Baat program, he could see how radio could be a great medium to share positivity as well as recognize those who can bring a qualitative change in the lives of others. He also thanked all those who contributed to the program. Keeping in mind the gradual decline in COVID-19 cases, the Election Commission has relaxed the provisions of campaigning in the poll-bound states. In a press release, the Commission said that the ban on campaign timings for the poll-bound states will be between 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. instead of earlier timing of 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. Meanwhile, political parties and candidates may campaign from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. by following all COVID-appropriate behavior and protocols of State Disaster Management Authority. The Election Commission further added that political parties and candidates are now permitted to hold their meetings and rallies up to a maximum of 50% of the capacity of the designated open spaces or the limit prescribed by SDMA. Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sharma today attended the Panchayat and Rural Development Conclave in the capital city. Addressing the conclave, he emphasized on selection of technically empowered volunteers for operating 24,000 water supply schemes and formation of water user committees to look after maintenance protocol. He also interacted with the stakeholders along with PNRD and the officials on utilization of TIDE fund under the 15th Finance Commission grants. Sharma further informed that the mission has been successful in the state with 18 lakh families having benefited so far from it. Meanwhile, he also said that within the year 2024, the mission will have achieved its full potential.
জীবন মিশন আসনিৰ ওপৰত এখন গুৰুত্বপূৰ্ণ প্ৰশিক্ষণ বা কনক্লেভ হয়। আপোনালোকে জানে যে মন্ত্ৰী ৰঞ্জিত দাস ডাঙৰীয়াৰ নেতৃত্বত অসমত
Meghalaya Chief Minister Conrad Sangma, during his visit to Tikrikala, West Garo Hills, took part in multi-events including the inauguration of a 7-kilowatt solar power system at the Tikrikala PHC. Sangma also inaugurated a solar-powered cold storage at Lower Rensimpara at a cost of Rs 15 lakhs with 5 metric ton capacity. The storage for Rensimpara IVCS Limited will cover 7 villages and 8 farmers to save their perishable produce and prevent wastage and losses. Meanwhile, Sangma took to his Twitter account and said that he also interacted with the beneficiaries of PMAYG, MGN, REGS and NSAP. He stressed on the fact that the development of Meghalaya must begin from the grassroots. This is the first time that the Chief Minister has ever visited Rensingpara village. And now it's time for a short break. We'll be back with more news. Stay tuned.
पेमेंट फेल लेकिन पैसे तो कट गई मेरी मेहनत की कमाई।
हो जाएगी भरपाई, चिंता मत कर मेरे भाई। अगर डिजिटल ट्रांजैक्शन फेल हो जाए और अकाउंट से पैसे कट जाएं, तो बैंक समय से पैसे लौटा देगा, वरना कॉम्पनसेशन का है प्रावधान। नहीं तो आरबीआई के ओम्बुड्समैन को शिकायत करें आप।
योर बिल,
मेरी फीस। आरबीआई कहता है
जानकार बनिए, सतर्क रहिए।
Welcome back. Meghalaya Chief Minister Conrad Sangma informed that mining license will start soon in the state as part of the 50-year statute. He said there are two parts to procure a mining license. First, permission for survey to know the quantity of coal available, and secondly, the mining plan will further go to the centre for approval. Meanwhile, he also informed that the Indian Bureau of Mining will provide a mining plan in order to get scientific mining in the state as per the Supreme Court order.
License involves two steps and processes. One is to first give the prospecting license, and once the entire study is done and prospecting is done, then the second step is to then submit the mining plan to different agencies.
Tripura Chief Minister Biplab Kumar Dev inaugurated the final match of Nabadweep Das Memorial Cricket Tournament organized by Ramesh Social Centre at Udaipur today. Dev interacted with the players and wished them luck for their future. He also said that the engagement of youth in sports is a good way to keep them away from drug abuse. Dev further felicitated eminent cricketers of the state. Meanwhile, taking to his Twitter handle, the minister informed that he was grateful to Ramesh Social Centre for their generous donation to the Chief Minister's Relief Fund. Arunachal Deputy Chief Minister Chona Main today attended the Executive Board meeting of Arunachal Pali Vidyapit Society at Chongkam. He further discussed measures to revive the Pali Vidyapit Institute and bring back its lost status. Taking to his Twitter handle, Chona Main stated that the Pali Vidyapit Society has been and is rendering valuable services in the field of education, health and drug de-addiction. Meghalaya BJP in charge Dr. Chuba Aw said that the question of pulling out the Meghalaya Democratic Alliance government does not arise, as he termed the recent entry of the 5 Congress legislators as acceptance to the Saffron Party's ideology. Attended by the 2 legislators and core committee members, the meeting, however, resolved to write a letter to the Chief Minister seeking clarification on his decision to accept the support extended by the Congress legislators to the MDA government. Meanwhile, BJP State President Ernest Mauri informed that the party, being a coalition partner of the MDA government, was not informed about the decision. In the COVID-19 update for Northeast, Arunachal Pradesh has reported 695 active cases, even as discharge cases stand at 62,993. The tally for the dead is 294. In Assam, the active case load is 3,383, while the cured cases account for 7,12,085. The death toll is 6,601. Manipur has 2,321 active cases, even as released cases account for 1,31,347. The death toll touched 2,080. Meghalaya has recorded 850 active cases, even as dismissed cases are 90,522. The tally for the dead is 1,561. With a caseload of 12,116 active cases, Mizoram has reported 1,83,668 discharge cases, even as the death account for 636. With 503 active cases, Nagaland has 33,920 discharge cases, even as the death toll is 750. Sikkim has 464 active cases, followed by 38,026 discharge cases, even as tally for the dead is 437. Reporting 206 active cases, Tripura has 99,506 665 cured cases. The tally for the dead is 919. And now in the COVID update from the nation, over 172 crore 81 lakh doses of COVID vaccine have been administered so far under a nationwide vaccination drive. As per the Health Ministry, over 49 lakh 16,000 doses were administered yesterday. Meanwhile, with over 1 lakh 17,000 recoveries in the last 24 hours, total recoveries in the country rose to more than 4 crore 15 lakh 85,000. India's active caseload currently stands at 5 lakh 37,045 with over 44,000 new cases being recorded in the last 24 hours. However, over 14 lakh 15,000 tests were conducted in the last 24 hours. Prime Minister Narendra Modi invited ideas and suggestions from the citizens for his Mann Ki Baat program on All India Radio. In a tweet, Modi said, like always, he is eager to receive suggestions from the people of the country. He asked the people to write to him on MyGov, the Namo app, or dial 1-800-117800 and record their messages. Phone lines will remain open till 24th February. Meanwhile, it may be mentioned that this will be the 86th episode of the monthly radio program, which will be aired on 27th February. And to end the news, the main points once again. President Ramnath Kovind unveils gold statue of Saint Ramanujacharya in Hyderabad. Prime Minister Narendra Modi greets radio listeners on World Radio Day. Election Commission relaxes ban on campaigning in poll-bound states. "18 lakh families to have benefited from Jal Jeevan Mission in the state," says Assam Chief Minister. And Meghalaya Chief Minister Conrad Sangma informs mining license to be resumed soon. And that brings us to the end of this evening's bulletin. Thank you for tuning in. Namaskar.